I'm Watch Eric, and thank you for joining me for this celebrity watch review on Cristiano Ronaldo. So Cristiano has a very interesting watch collection. I'm gonna go ahead and say he has a very strong collection in the game. I wouldn't say he has eccentric watches like perhaps Michael Jordan. I would say he has wild watches. I mean, they're pretty wild. But to start off, we're gonna go first with the Rolex. You know, every collection usually has a backbone of some Rolexes. For example, if you saw the review I did of my own collection, most of it is Rolex. But Ronaldo likes his Rolexes, and he starts off with the Yachtmaster 2 yellow gold. He has a Skydweller rose gold silver dial, love that dial. He's got Daytona stainless steel black dial. I'm sure he probably has the white as well. He also has a Daytona yellow gold MOP dial. Now, before I mention these other two, I want to say that Cristiano likes the bling. He really likes really flashy, over-the-top watches, which justifies the fact that he has a GMT full ice. I'm not talking about the SARU, which he has as well. I'm talking about the white gold that has the baguettes down the middle and the ice everywhere. Baguettes on the bezel, so on and so forth. This is a $500,000 factory ice GMT. Cristiano also has all of his watches with diamonds. They're all factory. He does not like anything aftermarket. At least I haven't seen anything aftermarket. So on to the next brand. Oh Hublot. You know, he's got a couple different ones there. He's got a classic Fusion 45mm chrono. I guess he uses that to just, I don't know, walk around the house, maybe do some yard work. I don't really know what to say. But has a couple of big bangs in steel and rose gold. But I would say the main ballsy piece he has from this brand is the MP09 Tourbillon bi-axis diamonds. This thing looks crazy. I mean, it looks like a transformer on the wrist. It's a lot of watch. It looks crazy. It's a $1.2 million watch, you know. He really goes in with these factory edition iced out watches, and you'll see why. So next we got Franck Mueller. I would say that Cristiano wears so many Franck Muellers that I almost would think he has an endorsement deal with them. I mean, this guy really pushes the brand. With the Vanguard, he's got several of them, some regular basic ones and full pave diamond ones. He's got a one-off full diamond Cintre Tourbillon. This is worth 1.5 million euros. It just looks crazy. It's full baguette in true Ronaldo fashion, where I'm telling you, this guy really has a thing for over-the-top iced out watches. And this is a one of one. And it's not the only one of one he has in his collection. The next watch is one of the watches that I feel caught my eye the second I saw it, and at first I actually thought it was a Jacob. And many of these bloggers on Instagram have called it, saying that it's a Jacob, but it's actually a Franck Mueller. It's a diamond and ruby Imperial Tourbillon. This watch is worth 2 million euros. And again, this guy really likes his ice. Very, very flashy and over the top. I mean, it's a crazy piece. It's one of those pieces that you would say it's for like the princes and stuff like that of the world. But, you know, Ronaldo has amassed a giant wealth with his career, and he can gift himself any of these watches that he likes. For Franck Mueller, I'm sure he has more because I've seen more, but I'm gonna keep it to the hardcore ones, and those are more the popular models that I wanted to point out. Bulgari. He has a Bulgari Octo Tourbillon full diamond. Now, believe it or not, I kind of like this watch. You know, it's the one on the leather strap. It's a little bit different than the one that one of the Jonas brothers wore on the red carpet with the full diamond bracelet as well. His is on a leather strap. I kind of like that watch, but something like that will set you back $700,000. Next up, Jacob & Co. He does a lot of collaborations with Jacob, and he's got one of those SF24 Epic. I kind of like those watches, and I did a review on one a while back. It's a good looking watch, and it's one of the ones that I like most that he wears. That watch will set you back $100,000. Another thing about Jacob and Cristiano is that he really pushes those 5 time zone pieces. He likes his watches to be super bold, large, and just out there. I'm talking about like really in your face. He wears all different variations of the 5 time zones Jacob & Co.'s. To finish up that topic of the 5 time zones Jacob & Co., he has a Grand Baguette. That watch will set you back 1 million euros. Oddly enough, Cristiano has a Tag Heuer Micro Tourbillon S. Something a little bit out of the ordinary, but yes, he has one and he's been photographed many times wearing it. But I would say the watch that I least like out of all the watches that I've seen him wearing is a Delacour 2 time zone Bio Chrono. I mean, that name can't be any longer because it's not possible. That's the type of watch that I think really does not appeal to me in any way, shape, or form. We're not talking about hot horology, we're not talking about style or anything. I think it's bulky, big, and just awkward. Now, Cristiano has a heavy-hitting Breguet. It's a 52mm double tourbillon platinum with diamonds. $800,000 this watch will cost, and it's really interesting to look at. One thing I wonder is why Breguet, being such a traditional watchmaker, why would they make a watch so big? But for some reason, Ronaldo just flocks to these huge size watches, and it's just his style. Last but not least is gonna be the Gerard Perregaux Planetary Triaxial. This is a one of one, $2 million watch. I mean, it's just crazy. He can definitely afford to spend that much on a Gerard. But again, he likes really weird, large, limited watches. All right, so before I give him a watch game score, I wanna go ahead and say that Cristiano, no doubt, has a lot more watches tucked away. For whatever reason, I had a little bit of a challenge finding more pictures this time around. It's like one of those things when you've seen it 100 times, but then you go look for it, you can't find it. It's one of those deals. So that being said, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to score Cristiano a 10 in the watch game. And the reason I say unfortunately is because honestly, it's not my favorite collection. It's not the collection that I like. For example, Kevin Hart's collection is something that I really like. This is just out of sheer brute and crazy one-off pieces. I mean, he's kind of up there big time. You know, I would say he has more exotic and rare pieces than Mayweather, although Mayweather has a lot more exotic pieces that maybe I like. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a 10 just because he's pretty much bulldozed his way into the game. Cristiano Ronaldo is the first billionaire footballer. He also has the most followers out of anybody, period, in Instagram. And there's no doubt that his love for watches has not finished and it's pretty much mostly just started. So comment below what you think about Cristiano's watch collection and the score that I gave him in the watch game. So as many of you already know, I just recently started my own business. So if you're interested in buying or selling a watch, contact me only via the link below or my Instagram, watch.eric. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a like and share it. Also, subscribe to my channel.